What's up, Soul Family and everyone out there in the world? This is Moonology Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiters for the second half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Scorpio. Now, before I get to the reading itself, I hope all of y'all Pisces had a good first half of the Sun being in Scorpio, transitioning into the second half where we are now. Now, just wanted to wish y'all well and hope that everything is going good with y'all. Now let's talk about what the Sun represents, what it represents being in Scorpio. So the Sun is, of course, our actions, our viewpoints, how we see the world around us, as well as correlates to our wants. And it is going to be in the energies of Scorpio, which is fixed water, being fixated on its own ways of feeling the emotions. And Scorpio itself was born out of the 8th house of behind closed doors energies, secrets, occult, mysticism, and anything in the dark. Now keep in mind that the dark does not mean electrical lights being on or off, in case darkness in that sense being the lights being off, or day and night and that sense nighttime, but instead anything that you're not consciously aware of. Anything that you're not consciously aware of, you're in the dark about. So the dark and mysticism mean the same thing, which is the unknown. So this is what 8th house is, and that's where Scorpio was born out of. Now, as a Pisces, you are mutable water, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of feeling the emotions. And Pisces itself was born out of the 12th house of dreams, illusions, fantasies, imagination, and creativity. So, with that being said, Pisces and Scorpio trine each other, so there's a gift. So you're going to have this gift to be more deeper into your emotions when it comes to your mutable water energies. So, and that's for the sun signs. But for the moon signs, you're going to be attracting this energy, which is attracting other people who get deeper in their emotions with their mutable ways of feeling the emotions with you. Or at least what you're attracting, the energy that you're attracting from them. So, with that being said, I'm going to shuffle the Universal Tarot deck a couple more times, and then pull 9 cards plus an overall from the Universal Tarot deck. Moving on to the Rider-Waite deck for clarifications, and then move to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, give this deck one more shuffle, and we will begin. So, the overall energies for your reading is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is you taking leadership over a vision that you've envisioned for yourself. And taking the leadership over this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. But this is also a card of warning to not just stop what you're doing if things don't seem like they're going as fast as you want them to. So, because the King of Wands will drop what he's doing if he does not see any type of progress or growth or anything come to fruition while he's putting energy into this work. But he, at the time being of this work, he's very determined in doing so. But he may stop if he doesn't see anything come out of it. So be warned of that energy, but you are taking leadership over a vision that you've envisioned for yourself during this time. Now, your first card from your Universal Tarot deck that you get is the Five of Pentacles, which is talking about feeling left out in the cold. As you can see here, the woman is looking up to the moon, and the moon in tarot is your intuition, and the woman in tarot represents your emotions and how you feel about things. So, using your emotions and follow your intuition during this time, why you feel like this energy of feeling left out in the cold or even abandoned during this time. Alright, don't let this energy get to you. There may be obstacles, but as long as you listen to your intuition, you'll be good to go during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Scorpio. Now, with your second card from the Universal Tarot deck that you get is the Two of Swords, which is talking about needing to make a choice, about a certain thought or mentality. Keep in mind that again the woman represents emotions, and those the moon again represent intuition. So use your intuition to choose what's best for you and the betterment of your well-being and your highest good moving forward during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now your third card from the Universal Chapter Tarot deck that you get is the Four of Wands, which is a happy home, a happy life. Yeah, everything's going good so far. You just may be in some sort of pickle when it comes to this King of Wands energy, or you putting energy work into this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. But overall, you are in a happy home and a happy life during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now your fourth card for the Universal Chapter Tarot deck that you get is the Queen of Pentacles, which is talking about nurturing yourself, nurturing what it is that you're wanting and desiring to do in your life, as well as nurturing those around you during this time. Now keep in mind that this card is a fertility, is the energy of fertility. So if you're not trying to be pregnant or get anybody else pregnant, you do the necessary acts or means in order to prevent from getting yourself pregnant or somebody else pregnant during this time. But you are being very nurturing and motherly during this time as well, and nurturing and giving growth to what it is that you want and desire to do during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now with your fifth card for the Universal Chapter Tarot deck that you get is the Seven of Cups, which is talking about dreams or illusions or choices. So you may be going after your dreams during this time, or you may be get caught up with illusions, which may be why this Five of Pentacles energy is here, or you have a lot of choices that you want to do, but the best advice that I can give to you is to narrow these choices down to 2 or 3 main choices so that you're not all over the place during this time. Alright? So, choose what's best for you and the betterment of your well-being, your highest good, moving forward during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio, but we'll clarify that Seven of Cups when we get to it. Now your sixth card for the Universal Chapter Tarot deck that you get is the Queen of Cups, which is talking about emotionally putting your emotions towards yourself, towards what it is that you want and desire to do, as well as giving those emotions out to those that you feel deep worthy of giving your emotions out to. Because the Queen of Cups herself does not give her emotions to just anyone. She only gives her emotions out to those that she feels deemed worthy of giving her emotions out. So be discerning about who you give your emotions to during this time, during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now your seventh card for the Universal Chapter Tarot deck that you get is the King of Swords, which is talking about being fair, logical, and assertive, but you could also be emotionally distant. Do your best to balance out your thoughts and emotions in equilibrium. You remain being logical and fair about the situation. Again, I can't say this enough. Choose what's best for the betterment of your well-being and your highest good moving forward during this time. Now your eighth card from the Universal Chapter Tarot deck that you get is the Eight of Swords, which is talking about anxiety created by your own doing, or your own self, your own thoughts, creating and agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings, which that's what you do as a spirit, being no thing, no shape, no form. It's just create and agree with thoughts and feelings. They are not you. You either create or agree with them based off an external source. But in this particular Eight of Swords, as you can see here, the woman is not trapped like the Waite deck, because she is listening to intuition, which is represented by the owl. So as long as you use your intuition, which we have 3 cards of intuition during this time, so this is a very intuitive time for you during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But as long as you continue to listen to your intuition, you will break free and put these negative thoughts to the ground, as the card depicts. So, moving on to the last but not least card for the Universal Chapter Tarot deck, which is the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is talking about you giving birth to a new passionate vision for yourself, right? And putting energy work into this vision. But as long with all pages comes the sense of studentship or needing to learn along the way. So take your time, be patient with yourself, but continue to put energy work into this vision, especially if it's for the betterment of your well-being and your highest good moving forward during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now, let's move on to the Rider-Waite deck for clarifications. So, starting off with the King of Wands. Let's see what additional information the tarot has for you dealing with this spreads. Again, starting off with the King of Wands. So, the King of Wands is clarified by the Two of Wands, which is talking about planning stuff out. As you can see here, this card depicts a man holding the ward, which the man in tarot represents the thoughts, the mentalities, and the ward represents the bigger picture of your life. So thinking about the bigger picture of your life as a whole and how to proceed forward while thinking of looking at the bigger picture of your life, plan accordingly to that. Plan accordingly to, again, looking at the bigger picture of your life when it comes to this vision that you've envisioned for yourself moving forward during the second half of the sun, as you see in the sign of Scorpio. Now with the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is talking about communicating and going after what you want and desire during this time, where you may be going after what you want and desire and communicating about it, but you may not have anyone to communicate with about it too, since it is clarifying the Five of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you're taking action on when it comes to what you want and desire to do, you are having this feeling of being by yourself during this time. Keep in mind that the only person that you really need is yourself. And with that being said, do what's best for yourself moving forward during the second half of the sun transition sign of Scorpio. Continue to follow your intuition when it comes to taking action towards what you want and desire. Just don't let these feelings of being alone and abandoned get the best of you. Now with the Two of Swords, the Two of Swords is clarified by the Four card, which is Aries energy. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or have Aries in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun transition inside of Scorpio. But there is this new beginning, a new chapter in your life, where you may be having this indecision or needing to make a decision when it comes to this new beginning in your life. Okay, so again, can't say this enough. Choose what's best for the benefit of your well-being and your highest good moving forward. Now with the Four of Wands, the Four of Wands is clarified by the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is talking about being emotionally grounded. Keep in mind that the King of Cups does not become the King of Cups without having gone through hardships in the past, and has learned to extract the wisdom in how to be emotionally grounded moving forward from those hardships in the past and being ready for any new obstacles. So by being in this King of Cups energy and being emotionally grounded, you are entering this place of having a happy home, because you are learning how to just deal with things properly during this time. So that is really good energy to see. Now let's move on to clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Death card, which is Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or have Scorpio in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. And overall, you are transforming yourself. You are taking power control over your life and doing what necessary transformation in order to nurture yourself, nurture what it is that you want and desire to do, and nurture those who are nurturing you at this time. But there is a sense of transformation going on in your life during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is talking about discontentment, and with it clarifying the Seven of Cups, you are feeling discontent on these choices, when it comes to these choices that you need to make, or you going after your dreams. You may have blockages when it comes to going after your dreams at this time. Whatever the case may be, focus on what you do have in front of you instead of focusing on what you don't have or what's no longer in your life. Moving forward during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now, with that being said, with the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, which is talking about working hard and possibly even collaborating with others during this time. But from this work, you are nurturing and putting emotions towards yourself and what is that you want and desire to do in your life when it comes to this work or this collaboration you're having going on with others during this time, right? Continue to put emotions towards yourself, what it is that you want to desire to do when it comes to this work. Moving forward during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now with the King of Swords is clarified by the Magician card, which is Virgo energy, so you could be dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Virgo in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But overall, you are in manifestation mode, or you need to think logically and fail when it comes to your life in general, so you can step into this manifestation energy. But you are manifesting during this time while the sun is transitioning the sign of second half of Scorpio. Will balance out your thoughts and emotions moving forward, but continue to think logically and fail about what it is that you got going on in your life during this time. Now with the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Moon card, which is Pisces energy, so you could be dealing with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Pisces in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But overall, this is talking about following your intuition, but this is also a card of wanting you to be aware of embracing the unknown and not fearing the unknown. Keep in mind that fear is just this fear of reality, by you being a spirit, being no thing, no shape, no form, creating and agreeing with thoughts and feelings. So instead of creating and agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings about the unknown, create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings about the unknown, so that you can embrace the unknown during this time and get out of this anxiety or void energy that you've got going on for you during the second half of the sun transition sign of Scorpio. And with your last card, but definitely not least, being the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is clarified by the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy, so you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or has Sagittarius in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But overall, you are combining two or more worlds together, either your work life, your personal life, your relationship life, your family life, whatever the case may be. You are combining two or more worlds together in order to put energy work into this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, and also giving birth for yourself during this time, during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. So, with that being said, you have new beginnings. You need to stay emotionally grounded. Plan accordingly by looking at the bigger picture of life. Know that you are entering manifestation mode. Don't let these feelings of feeling alone or abandoned get the best of you, and continue to put energy work into this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. Just don't get impatient if things don't grow as fast as you would like them to. So, move on to the Moonology Oracle deck and see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, your first card for Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So your hard work is paying off as long as you continue to put the hard work into what it is that you want and desire to do, transforming yourself in any way that you need to in order to get that accomplished. And know that and be aware that as long as you put the energy work into this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, your hard work will be paying off during this time of the sun transition in the second half of Scorpio. Now your second card for Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So it is time to release negativity during this time. Release these fears, release these anxiousness, release this overthinking energy, all this negative energy. It's time to release it during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings about your life and what it is that you want and desire and what you got going on in your life, in order so that you can release the negativity and move into prosperity for yourself during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now your last but not least card from Mother Moon to you through me is Gibbous Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. So you are very close to achieving your goal during this time. So continue to put energy work into this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. Know that you're very close to achieving your goal at this time. If you're wondering if you are close to achieving your goal, take this card as confirmation. And with that being said, that'll be all for this general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiters. I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or aided you in any way. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to Dora the Pilot Man. Y'all be blessed. Remember that you never be less. Y'all take care and peace.